Good day everyone, and welcome to Learn English with Blaine. And this video is your introduction to the simple past. And this is video 1 because I'm going to be adding more videos about this very important topic. But today is more or less just an introduction to the simple past. So in this video, we are going to be discussing the different formations of the simple past, including positive statements, negative statements, and questions of the regular forms. And then we are going to discuss the 5 uses of the simple past. Now, a couple of things to keep in mind is that I will leave the link to my website in the video description below the video. You will find another explanation there in addition to more exercises. And I will be adding more and more exercises there every month because I want to make sure you get lots of practice. So I will be, on an ongoing basis, I will be adding more exercises. So let's discuss the simple past. So the simple past is a verb tense used to refer to an action that began and ended at a specific time in the past. So again, the simple past is a verb tense used to refer to an action that began and ended at a specific time in the past. Now, we can also use it to refer to past facts or generalizations. These are not actions, they're more long-term situations. Okay, now let's talk about the formation. And this is in referring to regular verbs as a statement using regular verbs. Okay, I worked, you worked, he, she, it worked, we worked, they worked, you worked. So as you can see, everyone, we have the same verb formation for each of the different subjects. Now, you will notice that we've got you singular and you plural. You singular is if you are speaking to just one person, and we use you plural if you are speaking to more than one person. Okay, let's continue on and let's talk about negative statements. I did not work. You did not work. He, she, it did not work. We did not work. They did not work. You did not work. So again, it's all the same except for the beginning subject. The formations are exactly the same all the way along. Now, one quick thing, everyone. We can say I did not work. You did not work, or you can say, I didn't work, or you didn't work, and so on. Didn't is simply a combination of did and not. So again, we can say, I did not work, or we can say, I didn't work, and it's the exact same thing. Lastly, let's talk about questions. Okay, and again, it's the same formation all the way down except for the different subjects. Did I work? Did you work? Did he work? Did she work? Did it work? Did we work? Did they work? Did you work? So again, all the way down, it's the exact same formation. So we have the helping verb, we have did, which is a main verb in this sentence. Did I work? Did you work? And so on. So everyone, let's go on now. Let's talk about the uses. So use number 1 is to refer to actions that began and ended at a specific time in the past. So again, actions that began and ended at a specific time in the past. Okay, so for example, I saw her yesterday. The children went to school this morning. We visited my aunt 3 days ago. My new neighbor moved in last week. His brother ran the marathon last year. I did the dishes already. Your teacher called you last Monday. So in these sentences, we can see that these are all simple past. We have saw, went, visited, moved in, ran, did, and called. Some of these are regular forms, such as number 3, number 4, and number 7. And the others are simple past irregular forms. Now, we have time expressions at the end of each of these. We've got yesterday, we've got this morning, we've got 3 days ago, we have last week, we have last year, already, and last Monday. So these are good to have because they tell us when the action happened. But there are situations where you can leave them off because we can simply say, I saw her. The children went to school. We visited my aunt. My new neighbor moved in. His brother ran the marathon, and so on. So it's good to use them again because it tells us when that action happened in the past. So we've talked so far about actions that began and ended at a specific time in the past. We've talked about two or more. Oh, yeah, that's that one. Sorry, we talked about actions that began and ended at a specific time in the past. Now let's talk about two or more completed actions. These sentences have only one action, right? These sentences have two or more completed actions. So let's take a look at these ones. I came home and went straight to bed. She caught the ball and ran 10 yards. Mary washed the dishes and made supper. The children arrived on time, played a few games, ate supper, and then went to bed. My wife spoke to her mother, put the children to bed, and took a shower. My teacher marked a few assignments and planned a few activities for the next day. My friends invited me out to eat and bought me a new guitar. So we can see, everyone, that many of these sentences have just two actions. Came home, went straight to bed. She caught the ball and ran 10 yards. But if we look at this example, number 4, we can see that sentence number 4 actually has 4 verbs. So we have arrived on time, played a few games, ate supper, and then went to bed. So we can see in that case we've got many different verbs in that one sentence. Now, in these examples, we had 2 or more actions. For use number 3, we can talk about past actions of a longer duration. So for example, I lived in Mexico for 2 years. I think she worked there for almost 10 years. They were good friends for many years. My brother was a runner for more than 3 decades. Our family ran a profitable business for about 70 years. My neighbor studied in France for 6 months. The children studied together in the library for half a year. So in these situations, everyone, we can see actions that took a long time. For 2 years, for almost 10 years, for many years, for more than 3 decades, for about 70 years, for 6 months, for half a year. Now this one's only for half a year, but we can see this one is for 70 years. So again, it's used to refer to actions that took a long time to happen. And the other thing is to remember is, yeah, I think that's it. So again, we can use this to refer to actions that took a long time. Oh, the other thing to remember is that these time expressions, all begin with the word for. For, and so on. Okay, everyone, so let's move on to use number 4 to talk about our past habits. In this case, we can also use the expression used to. Used to. Okay, let's take a look at these. I visited my aunt every day after school. I visited my aunt every day after school. Or we can say, I used to visit my aunt every day after school. But this no longer. This is a past habit that no longer happens. Number 2, my brother played the piano as a child. Or we can say, my brother used to play the piano as a child. But, of course, he doesn't do that anymore. Number 3, we went to the beach every July. We used to go to the beach every July. Number 4, my wife went swimming early every morning. Or we can say my wife used to go swimming early every morning. Number 5, I read 3 books a week when I was in university. Or we can say I used to read 3 books a week when I was in university. So again, this verb, this use is to talk about things you used to do and no more. So again, that's why we can use used to, or we can use the simple past form. Okay, let's move on to our last use, number 5, to talk about past facts or generalizations. And we have 5 examples here. When she was a child, she studied very hard. These days, she hates studying. Okay, so this is like a past fact, we could say. 2 years ago, we paid a lot more to call long distance. Again, this is referring to a past situation, a past generalization, we could say, or a past fact. The population of Canada was 5 million in 1900. Number 4, your sister was taller than you when you were 7 and she was 6. Okay, so again, this is talking about a past fact. When we were kids, we hated the taste of spinach, but now we love it. Again, this is referring to a past habit, really a past action, I should say, a past fact, we could say a past fact. So all of these are past facts. You know what, everyone? Each of these past 5 uses are all very similar. And in the future, we are going to be focusing in on each of these different uses. And I will be giving you many different exercises. Okay, so anyway, that brings us to the end of this introduction. I want to thank all of you very much for watching the video. I really do appreciate it. And remember, leave your comments or questions in the comment section below the video, and I will be glad to answer those for you. And remember, as usual, everyone, if you like this video, and I really hope you did, please remember to share, like, and subscribe. Thank you so much, everyone, and I will see you very soon in the next video. Have a great day, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye. See you, everyone.